On behalf of the City of New Bern, all the residents of this great city, to all the stakeholders for the Stanley White Recreation Center, we bid you a hearty welcome. This groundbreaking ceremony holds a great significance for the citizens of New Bern because it represents a new chapter. So again, we welcome you and we thank you for coming.
First, I want to just take a few minutes to personally share my experience on the Stanley White, also known as Chief. I remember kindergarten at Cedar Street Center, walking from West Street Elementary School. And Stanley would sit me at his desk to complete my homework and then toss me a rule book depending on the sports season. I remember the many leagues and all-star travel teams, swimming lessons at Shady View Beach, taking inventory of helmets and shoulder pads, bats, gloves, and catcher's equipment. So many lessons and teaching moments occurred. But before I pray, I ask God's presence and blessings over this celebration. I want to just say, as a disciple of this great servant leader who was gentle, kind, compassionate, smart, and a lover of God and his fellow man, I now recognize the mantle and the anointing that was on his life. You see, a mantle is an important role or an assignment given by God, and that mantle must be passed from one person to another. I leave you with this. God never places a longing in your heart for what is impossible, but only for what is possible.
This is going to go down as a special moment in the history of the city of New Bern. Not only today is the groundbreaking, but the day that we're all looking forward to, and that's the day we cut the ribbon and we actually go inside of this facility and start to use it. I want to recognize the previous Board of Aldermen. I'm going to probably mess up here when I start naming names, but I want to make sure I recognize everyone. So I don't see Mayor Outlaw, but Mayor Outlaw was certainly instrumental in his leadership in getting us to this point today. Alderwoman Jamisha Harris, I see her here. Alderman Best, Alderman Royal, of course, who welcomed us this morning. Alderman Bob Brinson, Alderman Bobby Astor, who was extremely helpful with his FEMA knowledge in helping us get here today. And did I miss anyone? Alderman Victor Taylor and Alderman Bernard White. Alderman White also sits on the advisory committee for the Stanley White Recreation Center. So, you know, if you look at the side of this tent, it says everything comes together here. Throughout the last 5 years going through this process, we almost added an asterisk and put, but sometimes it takes a little longer. But I'm happy today to say that everything does come together here, and this is truly a momentous occasion. I want to thank each and every one of you for your participation and what you've done to get us to this point. And we look forward again to the day we cut the ribbon and we walk in this facility and we see the smiles on the faces of the children and the middle age and the old alike as we partake in this wonderful facility that it will be. So thank you all.
When Hurricane Florence came through in 2018 and created a lot of damage and destruction to the old center, and it was deemed that we had to tear that down and build a new one, the common thread that we heard is build back bigger and better. And so almost 5 years later, that's about what we're ready to do. So the old recreation center was just under 18,000 square feet. This new recreation center is going to be approximately 35,000 square feet. Yes, gigantic. It's going to be a state-of-the-art recreation facility that's going to serve the needs of not only the Duffyfield community but the city of New Bern for the next 50 plus years, and hopefully a little longer. So we're going to have a double gym, elevated walking track, cardio and weight rooms, fitness areas, meeting space, a kitchen, a health screening area, a history wall featuring Stanley A. White and the Duffyfield community, also staff offices and more. So a lot of neat things will be here. And of course a game room, because that's one thing we've always heard. Everyone likes the game room. And as the mayor said, there have been a lot of people that have been heavily involved in this project, and that goes for the city departments as well. Even from the time after the hurricane hit up until literally right now, can't say enough about what all Development Services has done, our electric utility, our finance department, fire rescue, of course our parks and recreation staff who have worked endlessly to work with parks and recreation activities, our police department, public works, and water resources.
The mission for our department is to enhance the quality of life for all citizens through the development of sustainable facilities, parks, programs, and services that promote a lifestyle of cultural arts, physical activity, and wellness for all. The new Stanley A. White Recreation Center will help us in fulfilling our mission by giving us the facility we need to provide trending recreation, sports, and health and wellness programs for all. At this time, I would like to recognize the Stanley White Recreation Center Advisory Committee, who has been instrumental in keeping the community informed on the reconstruction process and providing input. At this time, if the members would please stand as I call your name so you can be recognized. I have Leander Morgan Jr., Talina Massey, James Woods, Curtis Stewart, Bernard White, Reginald Pender, Elijah Brown Jr., and Barbara Lee. They have really helped and been able to help us decide what kind of programs we're going to offer and what the community wants as we go forward.
You know, when I first came to New Bern to work on this project, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but needless to say, I was blown away. Not just by the beautiful views looking out onto the water or the downtown streets lined with shops and restaurants, but by the people here and how passionate you all are about your community. At CPL, we believe that extraordinary projects are made from extraordinary relationships. And the great design demands a partner who listens as much as they plan, who's inspired and driven by a common vision, and who becomes an extension of your team. We're lucky enough to have found that here in New Bern, and we couldn't be happier to have had the opportunity to work with you all and see this vision become a reality.
We started tracking this project in 2020. I stumbled on Foster's office and did some handshakes, and we were really excited because this is one of the projects that we really pursue, and we like it. It fits our culture, and we're very excited to be a part of this facility and look forward to the ribbon cutting.
All right, everybody ready? Everybody here. Look, it's a lot of work to get a big load here. 1, 2, toss it forward right in front of you. 3.